It's not a secret. Growing a business on Instagram can take a lot of time, but in today's video, I'm going to show you a routine that takes literally only 10 minutes that you can use to grow your Instagram account and make sure that you can get visible in front of your ideal clients. This is a routine that you can do whenever you're bored or you don't have anything on, whether you're commuting on a bus, train, whether you're waiting around for someone, instead of randomly scrolling on Instagram that is pretty much a never-ending feed anyway. This is a routine that helped me grow a dead Instagram account to over 90,000 Instagram followers in a bit over a year. So if I can do this, you can do this as well. Keep into account, consistency is so important, and these 3 steps that I'm going to teach you today are a great way to start accelerating your growth. Okay, for those who don't know me, I'm quickly going to introduce myself, literally 10 seconds. So hi, I'm Laura. I help service businesses build and scale businesses on Instagram. So if that's you, please do hit subscribe because I'm going to be putting out a lot more content that is going to help you build and scale a business on Instagram. Okay, let's dive straight into it. So the first thing that I want to do is make sure that you get a lot of engagement on your Instagram stories. So every time you're going to be putting out an Instagram story, that will count as some sort of one piece of content as well. So Instagram is going to count that as you putting out content as well, aka your profile is going to be active. Instagram likes that. So what I want you to do, and this can literally take like 2 to 3 minutes every day, is to show up in your stories, whether it's through creating some sort of poll where you ask people what they're doing in their day, whether it's showing your behind the scenes of your day, whether it is asking a question and answering a few questions, but make sure that you put at least 2 to 3 stories up per day just to keep it engaged, just to kind of build that closer relationship with your audience. You'll notice that within the Instagram stories, there's so many cool features that you can try out: question box, stickers, polls, quizzes, and so forth. Use these to your advantage because if Instagram gives them, it's for a reason. Instagram loves really having this high engagement rate also in your stories. So that means if you will be putting out content on your stories and you make it engaging by putting, let's say, a question box or a poll that people can vote on, that's also going to count as engagement, and that's going to help you have a higher engagement rate, and that is something that Instagram's only going to really love and reward you for. If you want to know more about Instagram stories, I do have an entire YouTube video just talking about Instagram story hacks, so I'll link it as well in case you want to check that out afterwards. So as I said, take 2-3 minutes every day to just snap a few pictures behind the scenes, put up a poll or put up a question box to just create a bit of engagement with your audience through your stories. Then the second thing that I want you to do is going to be around engagement. And honestly, if you do this right, it's only going to take you a couple of minutes a day and it can yield a lot of results in the long run. So first, to make sure that you do engagement the right way, I want you to find complementary or sort of competitor accounts based on, sort of the niche that you're in. So let's say you're a beauty therapist, then I would say have a look at hairstylists, beauty therapists, maybe even fashion bloggers that have the same ideal client as you, and start following these accounts and make sure to engage on these type of accounts. So the accounts that I want you to follow are usually, I would say, industry leaders in their niche. So these are people that have high authority, great engagement, that are growing every single day on Instagram. So try to identify, let's say, 5 to 10 accounts like that, follow them, and clean up your feed. So that means I want you to follow people on Instagram that are strategic for you. So that is either people that are competitors and complementary accounts, because if you're going to be engaging on their accounts, that will help you get visible in front of your ideal clients. So try to unfollow accounts that don't really help you with your business goals, because it's really taking so much time away from you. It's not keeping your eye on the prize, and then every time you open Instagram, at least your feed will be filtered with the kind of accounts that help you grow on Instagram as well, instead of distract you from your goals. Once you found those accounts, I would love for you to turn on post notifications for those accounts. When you turn on post notifications, that will allow you to get sort of a notification every time that account post something new. And why is this so important is because Instagram really favors the people that engage quite early on a post. So that means that, let's say you're following me and your ideal client is also someone that wants to build a business, then I would say follow me, because you're going to get a lot of visibility through my account as well. And if you turn on post notifications and I have a new post up, that would mean that if you comment as one of the first and you actually comment something that is valuable and makes you stand out, meaning you could say, hey Laura, I completely agree with with this, I believe that, and you share your opinion, you share something valuable, then people will see that comment because you were one of the first to comment. And let's say 30,000 people see that post, then 30,000 people will see your comments just underneath that post. And if that comment is something valuable, something that stands out, then you can imagine a lot of people are going to click through to your profile. And if your content is great, they will follow along as well. So it's really kind of piggybacking on bigger accounts that have your ideal client, and it really works so well. And on top of that, of course, engagement is also important on Instagram, right? You want to be active, you want to put yourself out there, and you want to make sure that you get in front of your ideal clients. Okay, so to recap, make sure that you take care of your stories. Second of all, make sure that you do engagement in a strategic way. So that means with complementary or competitor accounts, aka people that have the same ideal client as you. Turn on post notifications every time they post. Just leave a little comment. Literally will take you 1 minute of your time, but that one comment could have, let's say, 50,000 reach and could reach so many people that people will click through and people will follow along with you as well. And then the third one, and this is one that I know a lot of you are not gonna like, but it is something that I would really highly recommend that you do every now and then, is also cleaning up your follower lists. Obviously, if you are watching this and you have, let's say, less than 500 followers and they're all, real accounts, ignore this advice. But if you're starting to grow your account and you notice that your engagement is dropping a bit, then definitely take this into account because it is a big game changer. So every now and then, I want you to go through your follower list, and that can take a few minutes a day. Let's say you're on the bus, you don't know what to do, take out 4 or 5 minutes to go through your follower list and delete some followers that look like ghost followers or fake followers. Meaning accounts that look dodgy, that feel like they're not even seeing your posts, that could even be bots. Just delete them, because honestly, the Instagram algorithm is not going to favor you to have these people in your followers. Speaking of the algorithm, I'll quickly explain you what happens. So when you post on Instagram, your post is going to be shown to your audience, right? But if in that audience it's full of bots and people that aren't actually people, or people that never go on Instagram and even see your post, then they can't engage, right? So when you post on Instagram and you get high engagement, Instagram is going to push it to more people. But when you post on Instagram and you get low engagement compared to your followers, Instagram is going to think, that's not a great post. Let's not push it to more people and keep it sort of small when it comes to your reach, right? You want to make sure that when you post, you get high engagement so you reach more people, and Instagram is going to push you to, on hashtags, on Explore, on the Reels tab if it's the Reels, wherever else that they can promote you. So that also means, again, if this is full of fake followers, bots, ghost accounts that are not engaging, you're gonna stay stuck in this sort of negative spiral where Instagram's never pushing you, and it's gonna be really hard to grow on Instagram. So every now and then, clean up your follower list, look for these sort of dodgy accounts. I would recommend to do this manually. I know there's tools out there to do it automatically, but I wouldn't recommend it because Instagram doesn't really like third-party apps that are not recognized, and these apps are usually not recognized by Instagram, so that could also mean that your account becomes a bit at risk. So the best way to do it is manually. You go through your follower list and you delete a few people. The maximum amount of people that I would say that you can delete per day is no more than 200 followers a day. So really do this gradually, take it step by step. If it's 10 a day, then that's fine as well, but just take it step by step to clean up your account. So yeah, that's it for the 3 steps that you can do that takes you literally 10 minutes a day. It could be a routine that you do every now and then that helps you sort of be consistent, help you get visible in front of your ideal client, helps you also get engagement from your ideal client that is already following you in your stories, aka increasing your engagement, and then obviously also clean up your account so you keep your account, sort of on the good side of Instagram and keep your engagement high. If you enjoyed this video, definitely also check out this video. It's a video on the growth strategies that I recommend for 2022 because a lot has changed on Instagram lately, and I want to make sure that you know how to make these changes count for you and help you grow on Instagram. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!